Yep, totally wasn't dancing to that music at all. Wasn't
Absolutely.
absolutely getting into the
100%.
countdown music at all. I was just chilling. Anyway,
100%.
what up, everybody? I know we have one person in the chat so far. Obviously, we just started. But make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the back of the bus. Obviously, Josh, and I've got my guy over here to the left, Marcus. Make sure y'all like the stream. Obviously, it's a good thing for our algorithm. All that good stuff. All right. Already got comments. Zang Beto, Charlemagne Nazi bestie deserves the first L.
For sure.
We'll talk about it. What up, Felix? All right. Yeah, no, we got a lot to talk about. Unfortunately, because somebody's feeling a little bit under the weather, I may be doing a lot of the talking. Is that about right?
No, maybe. For sure.
Okay. But at least you got your chicken noodle soup with the soda on the side.
It wasn't chicken noodle soup, but it did do some clearing here in the sciences, so I should be able to talk a little bit at least.
Chicken noodle soup with the soda on the side. I let it rain and clear it out. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, and it has nothing to do with the fact that Ohio State's, got a good setup to redeem themselves. At least not a good setup for winning, but if they do, they get to redeem themselves in a lot of ways. So I'm ready for it.
Yeah, well, good luck with that pursuit and whatnot.
Well, thank you.
We've already beaten you, so there's no reason for me to keep stomping on you.
Sure. I agree. Thank you for that. Golly, it's been a tough week.
You can still
anyway.
Father's Day gift though.
I have a father, and you know who that father is.
I sure do.
That father might end up in the chat, ready to
already on the pod.
Ready to throw hands.
He's on the pod.
No, he's not.
Dada.
No. And you know where that father is from. So let's relax.
Columbus, Ohio.
No, not at all. Anyway.
I am your father.
Yikes. All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started with Behind the Cape, because along with being sick, somebody forgot to do their dubs and L's. Or at least set them up.
I can't be sick. It's crazy.
No, you're absolutely allowed to be sick.
Nah, niggas can't be sick. I'm not
But
allowed.
You better have them dubs and L's prepared.
Niggas trying to whoop my feet right here on the stream. It's crazy.
Oh, man. All right. Let me go ahead and get this first screen up. Actually, no. Let's just talk about it. Behind the Cape. Okay. So despite all of the things going on with Marvel, with the things that we actually want, right? Like recasting T'Challa and obviously Blade not really doing pretty much anything at this point. They thought it was the best thing to go forward with a second season of Agatha all along. Nobody wants this. Why are we doing this?
Nice.
I would like to know what the numbers are on the first Agatha.
Well, you gotta look at it like this. Maybe Agatha wasn't all that popular, just like Black Widow wasn't all that popular. Just like what else wasn't that popular from? Oh, just like Falcon Winter Soldier was popular enough.
Yeah.
Just like Ant-Man 2
Secret Invasion
wasn't that popular. Secret Invasion. I'm trying to put together all of the Thunderbolts villains. The fact is that they took a bunch of unlikable, unrememberable characters and threw them together for a super team and gave them a Hollywood budget. So are we really that surprised that, Catherine Hahn was able to get in there and get buddy with Kevin Feige and talk him into a second season? I mean, they wanted to do a second season of She-Hulk. They wanted to. They had to cancel it. It had to get canceled.
Yeah.
They were going to do a second season of She-Hulk. So I've been saying this to y'all for a long time. Don't be so. When they say, "Oh, we're changing, we're adjusting, we're going about things different, quality over quantity," take it with a grain of salt.
Facts. Tony Robinson, what up? Obviously, what up, Felix? What up, Latrell Bradshaw? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Let's go ahead and bring up the screen for the next thing I need to discuss, which is going to be Jamie Foxx. If I can bring up the screen. There we go. Jamie Foxx is doing yet another stand-up special, this time with Netflix. Definitely excited about this. I hope he talks about certain things that have gone on with him as of recent. Obviously, he had the health scare. I do actually like the fact that he's going to have a piano on stage. So obviously a little bit of singing, which he incorporates in his stand-up quite a bit as well. Look, I mean, this has the chances of being a very decent to really good stand-up special, and I'm here for it. Glad to see Jamie doing some work. Any thoughts on that at all?
Do you think he's going to talk about the rumored circumstances, I should say, the alleged circumstances that led him to his hospitalization and disappearance from Hollywood for a while? You think he's going to touch on that in relation to any, currently incarcerated individuals?
Probably not. Going into details on some of that. Do you think so?
That was the report we got like a month ago, was that Jamie Foxx was working on a stand-up and they were recording it. And that in that stand-up, he said that Diddy gave him something that gave him that
I
reaction.
didn't know he would go into detail on that.
They talk about so again, allegedly.
Sure.
One of the things that Diddy is being accused of is that he uses cyanide as a means of carrying out his attempted or even executions, if that's what they attempt to prove in court. But basically, one of the telltale signs of cyanide poisoning, if it doesn't go and kill you immediately, or unalive you, I should say, on the stream for YouTube purposes.
Sure.
It doesn't immediately unalive you. It presents with symptoms of pneumonia. Now, you think of several individuals in close proximity to Sean Diddy Combs who showed symptoms of pneumonia for a large period of times and either didn't make it at all or had their lives derailed because of it. I know Albie Short. I know Kim Porter. Right? They got all of these people that just died unexpectedly, showing symptoms of well, obviously Albie Short didn't die, but was in the hospital and was thought to have had what did I say? Did I say leukemia? I'm sorry.
You said pneumonia.
Yeah, pneumonia. So that again, there was that report that they were saying that Jamie Foxx was saying that, oh, that's what he did to me. He gave me something and I had that reaction. I was in the hospital for all that time.
That's fair. I do believe we'd probably talk about that, but on the Netflix special, you think? That'd be crazy.
Hell of a special, right? Be a hell of a special.
It would be. And it would give you everything you're looking for as far as, publicity and all that.
Publicity?
Stuff. So
for sure.
It could probably go through the roof. So, hey, man, if he does it, obviously I'm here for it. I would be very much surprised if he does talk about it in the special specifically. Obviously, if there's video already out there of him speaking on it, then he's obviously already speaking on it. So
I did see a TMZ reporter ask him about it, and he got about it there. Didn't say no, didn't say yes, didn't even react to it. Just said, "Oh yeah, you have a good day. All right, I'll see you later." They asked him straight up, did he have anything to do with your sickness, your illness? He just avoided it. So we'll see. We'll see what he says.
We'll definitely see. I'm excited for it either way. I'm definitely sure that we'll get some good comedy out of it, some good laughs, and maybe even some, obviously some good singing. He's also a very good singer, so very talented. All right. The next thing. I know you are extremely excited for this because, growing up, you were a huge Scrubs fan. A Scrubs revival is officially in the works.
I can't do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman. I'm no Superman. Shout out to Zach Braff. Shout out to my dude down on Faison.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Dr. Cox. I don't remember what his real life name is.
Dr. Cox. I know everybody's name, but everybody else.
Yeah. Dr. Cox.
Now, it does say the studio is now trying to secure the main cast to return. I don't think that's going to be too difficult. We've seen Zach Braff and Donald Faison in commercials recently together for T-Mobile. I think I forgot her name at the top of my head in the show, but I know she's doing voice work for Rick and Morty. He's always around. So I don't think it's going to be all that hard to do. I'm going to be honest with you. So if that's what they're trying to do for the revival, I think they'll be all right.
Marte brings up a good question. Do you have to watch the OG series to watch the revival? I don't think so. I think that's the good thing about Scrubs is that while there is a continuous story going on in the background, the episodes are episodic enough that like they have a lot of contained situations.
Yeah.
The arcs never range too far out of like maybe 3 or 4 episodes. And if it does, then it's something that's present throughout the whole show. So I think this is something that you could pick up when they rebooted it on ABC. This is something you could pick up on this revival and had never seen the stuff before. The jokes should be just as funny.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's like a lot of different shows. Like I think The Office is like that, where they have some things that connect, but the hijinks that go on through the show are something that you can pick up and watch at any point. So
I'm excited to see Zach Braff back in his arena, you know, back in his area. The T-Mobile commercials are cool, I guess. It's just not doing it for me. You know, they're trying to recreate the musical nature of Scrubs. And then it's just haven't captured it to me. But yeah,
adding Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa's on the cast?
No, you mean he's in one of the T-Mobile commercials. Yeah, it's just like, okay, I get it. Okay. Yeah. By the way, Jason Momoa has been doing a lot of commercials that are just like, what are you doing? Why are you using your fame for this?
Getting that money?
Like the Monopoly commercial with Kiki and Chris Pratt. Like, what is
Man,
this?
he was in a Minecraft movie. What do you think? It's the bread.
Fair. That's fair.
It's the bread.
I watched Scrubs on and off. I was more of a Psych fan.
Psych was cool. I wasn't really into it. He didn't. The main character. He was supposed to be like hyper intellect, and that's why he was able to convince people that he was a psychic. But like he just never convinced me. He just always came off as very smug. I thought his co-star was smarter than him most of the time. Yeah. So it wasn't very believable to me. Same thing with Monk. Monk was just annoying. I was not a fan of Monk.
Facts. What's good, Unks? What up, Polo boy? Thanks, because I thought both both Scrubs and The Office were more a long-term viewer thing to get it. I mean, again, there is something to connect them long-term. So I mean, you might want to watch.
But you probably only know that if you were watching the show the entire time. Like you're only going to catch the Easter eggs or the references if you know, and it's not going to take you too far out of what's happening now. You know what I mean? If you don't get it.
Yeah. Yep. I like Parks and Rec though. Marcus has this thing that he hates Parks and Rec.
You mean the fake office?
Yeah. See, I thought it was good enough.
You mean Discount Office?
No, I mean Parks and Rec.
Diet Office.
I mean Office with Chris Pratt.
I will. Yeah, I will give you the jewels of Parks and Recs. Ron Swanson, absolute jewel, but I mean he's just older to white, and then Aubrey Plaza, who's basically female Creed. Those are both gems, but both of those guys are great actors outside of Parks and Rec, so it makes sense that they would carry.
Yeah. So you don't like Hospital Office that just dropped? Is there a hospital office?
Oh hell no!
I didn't know that. I put The Office, Parks and Rec, and Community in the same category. I haven't seen that much Community.
F is Community? What is that? Is that another fake office? Is that another discount office?
It's Office in a community college with Childish Gambino instead of Chris Pratt.
I guess we just gonna keep on running it back, huh?
And Joel McHale. I like
so original. So original.
You know what? I think I actually have heard of this. Is it Saint Denis? Saint Denis? I don't know. I think I did hear about that, but I wasn't interested enough to check it out. But maybe it's good. I don't know.
I have not seen it.
That's interesting though. All right. Next thing we got to discuss. Taron Egerton. Am I saying that right? Is it Egerton or Edgerton?
I think it's Edgerton.
Says he still wants to do one more Kingsman movie. And then he says, I think it could still happen. Now, I did not see The Kingsman. So
yeah, I think he needs to sit down.
You think he needs to sit out?
Sit the hell down. Go do something else.
I mean, it's not like he's doing any.
Oh my God! What an opportunity! You blew it.
What? What did I miss?
He needs to sit down. He needs to do something else.
Oh my God! Okay, fine. Set it up again.
Oh my God! Final time. He needs to sit down somewhere. He needs to do something else.
Do something else. Do something else. That's it. That's all we want. Do something else. Holy.
That was only supposed to be for the one video, but now I guess we can make it a thing. I don't care. I like the video. It's funny. It's funny. I like it.
And I alley-ooped it to you twice, and you dropped it.
Well, because I wasn't looking at the screen for you to go, so I didn't know you were setting it up.
You didn't hear the setup. You should have heard the setup before you saw my face.
I did, but I didn't think about do something else. I'm sorry. I just wasn't set up for that one. Sorry.
Missed opportunities.
All right. Abbott Elementary fake office. It does have the office format. I think there's enough variation of it. Like it's also black, and then it's also in the school. I don't know. It's close. It's close. I'll give you that.
I will say I am not ingratiated to Abbott enough to be like, oh, is this fake office? I've only ever seen it peripherally. I've seen like clips and stuff like that.
To be honest with you, at some level, I just think the sitcom format has been changed to fit this fake documentary or fake reality show type vibe, right? And that came from The Office, and so now everything is kind of doing it. So, I mean, we can't call everything fake Office.
I mean, if it's fake Office, we can call it fake Office.
David Alan Grier is in St. Denis Medical. Okay. All right.
Shout out to David Alan Grier.
And that's a fire suit jacket. I mean, it's nice. Orange pops a lot. And I don't know how it would work in a real room, but it's nice. It is nice. I'll give you that. All right.
That is the color of that shirt that I was wearing in Cancun that y'all kept telling me was mustard yellow. So if that's orange now, then it was orange in Mexico.
I remember the conversation. I vaguely remember the shirt, but at this point, I can't remember if it was yellow or orange or not.
Oh, well, you know now.
I wish I had a clip of Kendrick saying mustard so I can throw that up.
Niggas I get mad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on that gas, somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
Yikes. All right. One new Pirates of the Caribbean movie script currently in development may include Johnny Depp returning as Jack Sparrow if Disney and him reconcile. Disney has not reached out to Depp yet. Oh, whoops. I should probably put this on the screen. Sorry. Boom. All right. Yeah. So Pirates of the Caribbean script could include Johnny Depp, but that's ultimately up to whether or not him and Disney decide everything is everything. So I know you're really keen and you really want Johnny Depp to return, but you don't
I would love
want it to be. I'm sure you don't want it to be to, because of them reconciling.
I am literally not watching. I'm literally not watching Pirates of the Caribbean if Johnny Depp's not in it. I'm not going to do it. So, it's pretty big jeopardy for me. But I don't think he is, and I don't really think he honestly should. Just tell him to kick rocks and go make a shit movie. Go make a big old fat stinker, because you fired me before I even had a chance. It is kind of shades of Jonathan Majors, right? They jumped out very early, severed the relationship, made it very public, made it so that they were on the right side of things, and then as it played out, it looked like very much so that they backed the wrong horse. So
yes,
now that you're circling back, now that I'm winning public favor, now that I'm more popular than her, because that's what all of this boils down to. He was never more right or wrong than Amber Heard was. That wasn't the problem for Disney. She was just more popular. She was riding the Me Too wave. She said, I got assaulted. My husband was abusive to me. In 2017, that is the biggest gun you could. You
good?
Yeah, that's my dog. It's the biggest gun you could probably shoot at that time. So I would tell him to kick rocks.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess the question is, would you rather him take that stance over getting another Pirates of the Caribbean movie with him in it?
Yeah, he'll act. He'll act again. He doesn't need them.
He will. Yeah, absolutely will.
He'll act again. He don't need them.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They need him, obviously.
Yes, because I'm not
them.
watching another Pirates movie without Depp. I'm not doing
Like, why would you? For what reason?
I don't know. And I think it ultimately depends on how dependent the script would be on obviously needing Depp's character. Obviously. Then at that point, Disney is going to come back to it and be like, okay, well, yeah, for this to even work, Depp's got to be in it. So we got to reconcile. And then what are they willing to offer Depp to make that happen? Because if it's worth it, Depp might be like, hey, fuck all that other shit.
Because, again, it was never about morality. It was never about right or wrong. It was about, all right, how much of a hit do we take if we go this way? How much of a hit do we take if we go this way? They determined that the more popular way to go, the more acceptable, socially acceptable way to go was to back the woman at that point. That was the calculation that they made. What changed is that now that woman is one of the most hated people in America. She's more known for pooping on someone's bed than she is for being essayed. Yeah. So that completely changes the calculus for an animal machine like Disney. It was never about right or wrong or protecting anyone. It was about how is this going to play on us?
Facts. This is actually a really good question. Maybe good for a side video, but if y'all had the funds to revitalize some dead movie franchises, what 3 would y'all pick?
Oof.
Do you want to answer that now, or should we compile 3 and make a video on it?
Damn.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It requires a little bit of thinking, I'm sure.
All right, so I'll give you 1, but then I'll need to think about another 2. So a dead movie franchise to revive.
Friday.
It's already being revived.
Is it?
It's on life support.
Right.
Damn.
I think I would want to lean comedies, to be honest with you, just because it's a dying form, and I feel like you can bring it back with some good revitalizations if done correctly. I'd be interested in doing that. I'd probably throw an action movie somewhere in there, though.
All right,
solid action movie.
On the well, actually, damn. So I had 2 horror films, right? And one of them is actually one of the stories for Behind the Cake, so I won't say the second one. But the first one could be Hellraiser.
Okay.
I thought that was a series that was before its time. They were doing the shock and awe, blood and gore stuff before it became the popular genre for horror. So I think that is a series that would do very well in the 2020s for sure. Because I mean that is essentially horror nowadays. Is how gross can we get? Give me Hellraiser.
Oh, you know what I think it could work right now is, especially for a Christmas movie, revitalizing. And you got to get a really cute white kid to do this.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
They already did it.
Could work.
They already did
it. How long ago?
2021.
Did they? Why
they made a Home Alone in 2021 that nobody watched.
Well, how did they release it? Was it like a streaming?
Disney Plus, yeah.
Okay, well then yeah.
But again,
you gotta do it right.
You released a Home Alone movie on a streaming service, so now you've diminished it. That's what you told people it's worthy of now. Ain't nobody coming back out to the theaters to watch a Home Alone movie from you.
That's fair. I think if you did it right, it would work. It would work
what they need to cast to make Home Alone work.
Okay, so they would need to cast probably either a good enough mom or dad to make it feel good as far as a family. But then again, you would just need a really good child actor who's a cute white kid like Macaulay Culkin. And
I don't think those exist anymore.
I was gonna say I'm not in touch enough to make that decision, but I think
I don't think those kids exist anymore, or at least maybe they existed at a point in time, but now they're older and there aren't that many new kid stars.
You don't think you could find like a Disney kid to make that happen?
Who's the biggest Disney kid star right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't watch
I
Disney.
don't know if that type of thing
Zoom.
exists anymore. They talk about, movie stars don't exist anymore. Children stars, it's like bona fide stars. I don't know if that's a thing anymore.
I like this idea to revive comedies with all Black comedians like Harlem Nights in Life.
Harlem Nights would be dope.
I do think there is a Black comedian pool that is not being utilized in movies specifically. I'm glad they obviously got Scary Movie coming out with the Wayans brothers again, but I think there's some things that you can make happen if you really wanted to. I think there's some really good internet comedians, or I guess internet celebrities that are good with that sort of stuff as well, that you can really make some good stuff if you're creative enough to make it happen and you have the funds to back it as well. But yes, I think if we actually thought about it, I think we can make a good side video out of that. Kevin can be the dad. Yeah, bring Macaulay Culkin back into it. Well, does Macaulay Culkin look like a good enough Home Alone
somebody's
dad?
father? I would hope so. He's like 40 years old by now. He should look like somebody's father.
He should, but is it the good wholesome dad from Home Alone? Is that what he gives off? I feel like one of his brothers could probably pull off.
I don't know. I actually just rewatched Home Alone 1 a couple days ago. I wouldn't call the dad wholesome as much as I would call him mentally unaware, mentally absent.
Sure.
But Buddy was gone the entire movie. He had the most nonchalant fuck it attitude to everything, to the point the mom gets in a box truck with a polka band and rides back to Chicago, and his ass stays.
Yeah.
Like doesn't object. They don't have an argument about it. She gets into the back of a box truck with 12 men. The man says nothing. Says absolutely nothing. And that's on top of her leaving her child and throwing his passport away. Like the whole movie's trash. Whole movie, or not the whole movie, excuse me. But the whole situation is absolute trash.
It is.
They did Kevin so dirty.
Facts.
Over spilling some damn soda that he didn't even spill. He didn't even spill the soda. You want to know who spilled the soda? You want to know who spilled the soda? The mentally unaware or mentally unavailable father. That's who spilled the soda over the passports.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know if this is quite giving what I'm looking for. I'll say that. That's all I'm saying.
Oof.
Let's see. Kevin and his wife Brenda Song as the parents would be dope. Yeah, but then it takes away one of the aspects that I think could be a selling point. I'm not going to elaborate.
Wait. Brenda Song meaning Wendy Wu? Brenda Song? The Disney star Wendy Wu? Brenda Song?
Did you not know they were
married? No, I didn't know that.
They have a whole ass kid together.
Shut up.
No.
That should be the new child actor right there. Brenda Song and Macaulay Culkin's son.
Boom.
Yeah, put a camera on that guy's face. He's going to be worth billions one day.
You know what? Actually, this could be the dad. I can see that. I can kind of see that. The son is a little too young here. At least here.
Kevin
I don't know how
growing up and leaving his kid at home after he got left at home twice is insanity.
That is insanity. I agree. Marcus, who's an underrated comic book character that you think deserves a TV series or movie? I remember my dad saying Home Alone
that hasn't already been done. Give me. I would say I would have loved to have seen a Nova movie.
Definitely. Are they? Oh no, they're coming out with a series.
Yeah, they're doing a series. How about Icon in DC?
Do we know what's going on with the Black Superman that Michael B. Jordan was supposed to be doing with them?
Oh, last one, Static Shock. Static Shock should absolutely have a live action show or a movie from James Gunn coming in the next 5 years. If he doesn't, y'all know the reason. Anyways,
that's a good choice.
What was you about to say?
Do we know what happened with the Michael B. Jordan Black Superman movie? That
I haven't heard anything about it.
I haven't either. Interesting. I remember my dad saying Home Alone is white parents dry snitching on themselves and lying about their kid being okay in the end.
Bam. So like you literally left this man at home for days by himself. right? No supervision. He interacts with two criminals who, for the life of me, I don't understand why they running around in the house chasing him. They didn't just take the shit and leave.
Right.
At some point, I would have stopped and been like, wait, hold the fuck up. We didn't chase this man into somebody else's whole completely different house. We came here to steal. I don't kill, I steal. Shout out to Ezel. Okay? I ain't come here to murder no kids. How it turned into we need to get rid of him so quickly, I will never understand. But once they got in that house, they should have just been grabbing shit. Okay, kid, yeah, we're coming to get you. Run away. And been up out of there. Movie over.
And at what point, after all the hijinks, do you say, fuck this house, I'm going to the next house? This house is bullshit. Fuck this, I'm going to the next house.
I mean, yeah.
Especially with all the time that the cops didn't show up to this house.
So Marv asked him why they didn't just move on, and he's like, "Well, this is the whole reason why we're in this neighborhood is because I spotted that house." So I guess that was the good enough reasoning.
It's not a good enough reason, but yes, that's they at least explained it.
Yeah, they did it.
I need to watch that movie again. I don't even remember the details of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to the next thing that is actually kind of more your thing. Eventually. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms releases in summer 2025 on HBO. It'll be set 100 years before Game of Thrones and 100 years after House of the Dragon. And we will encounter several members of the Targaryen dynasty.
Hold on. Let me get up here so I can read with you. I also, did I not save that one?
With the cast?
It was like a bunch of castings, yeah.
You did. You want to see that one?
Yeah. So the timing is still interesting to me, right? We're going right smack dab in the middle of current day, or not current day, but modern day Game of Thrones, Jon Snow era, Song of Ice and Fire era, and the House of Dragon or Dance of Dragons. We're in between both of those eras. We are now simultaneously trying to tell a story through 3 different periods of time about the same fucking family. I think they would do well to cut one of those out. They had a nice little thing going where they were like going old, coming back, going old, coming back. 3 separate periods is going to get confusing for the layman. I think this is going to be the first one that shows like people don't really understand what the hell's going on here because it's a completely different time period. It's not after Jon Snow. They don't know nothing about that, but it's after the Dance of Dragons. Also, you have to tell this story without giving anything away of what happens 100 years prior in the Dance of Dragons. Although that fight sets a precedent for how the Targaryens move for the next century. So they very much so complicated this thing. You're gonna have to do some very creative writing to get around that. And where I would have been encouraged after the first season of House of Dragons, the way that they let the second season kind of drag on, we basically ended the season in the same place we started. That gives me a little bit of worry about it.
Okay. Also, cute little white kid to make my Home Alone movie right here.
Yeah, I don't know him. Dexter Soul Ansel as Egg. Little Egg on. We got Duncan the Tall, Peter Claffey. I don't know any of these people. Finn Bennett as Aerion Targaryen. Aerion Targaryen is crazy. Henry Ashton as what's his name? Darfront Targaryen. Sam Spurwell as Maker Targaryen.
Daron Targaryen.
Daron, there you go. Okay. Daron. Okay.
His name Darren.
Bertie Cavill. He's playing Baelor Targaryen. Is that who I think that's who the Sept of Baelor was named after. Maybe. I don't know. Daniel Ings. Daniel Ings. That's crazy. Lionel Baratheon. He looks like a Baratheon. Literally looks like a Baratheon. There's a meme out right now of there's a scene from Doom Prophecy. Shout out to Doom Prophecy. It's a really good watch. Y'all should check it out. But Valia Harkonnen's dad is the guy who plays Robert Baratheon in House of the Dragon, or excuse me, in Game of Thrones, first season. And so they put it up there. They put a picture of him, and then it was two Game of Thrones characters. I think it was Bronn and somebody else standing right next to each other. It was like Robert fucking Baratheon. That tickled me a bit. But no, I'm doing the same thing looking at him.
Is this a prequel? No, it's 100 years before Game of Thrones, 100 years
and
after
100 years after House of Dragon. In the middle. So this is a whole different time period now that they're getting into. Very convoluted. I don't know how they're going to avoid spoilers for what eventually happens in Dance of Dragons. What they're currently doing right now. I don't know how they're going to get out of it.
Aaron Targaryen.
Aaron Targaryen is crazy. Who else? Anybody down there? I don't know any of the bottom characters. My boy Tom Von Laylor got the short end of the stick. Didn't even get
Tom
a name.
Von Lawler.
Lawler, sorry. That is an interesting way to spell Lawler. Lor as lur.
Yeah.
Those damn Brits.
Isn't that how you spell Jerry the King Lawler?
I thought it was Lawler, like ER.
It might be. I can't remember. It is ER. Okay.
Yeah.
I know somebody with OR.
Those damn Brits and their funky English.
Right. Yeah, no, he's Plumber.
He's Plumber. Yeah, he's short. He drew the short stick for sure.
Yikes. All right, well, it looks like I have until summer of 2025 to get acquainted with all of the Game of Thrones lore.
Shut up.
Why?
Because you're not going to watch it.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know why you're not, but you're not.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. We already know that this person will get ate by a dragon. Is that what you're saying, Mobley? I haven't watched
it. That Rhaenyra will get ate by a dragon. I don't know what you're talking about, dog.
I don't either, but it's because I don't watch the show yet. Euphoria season 3 releases in 2026 on HBO. It'll be 4 years after season 2 release, which is why I don't remember anything that happened.
I don't believe them. Yeah, I also don't believe this shit. I don't believe it. Because now, obviously, you lost Fez, RP Fez. Yes. You don't have, I think, don't make me say nothing wrong. Did something happen to the little kid?
In the show.
In the show, not in real life.
Right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I mean, he's obviously dead because there's no way you can make it out of that. Storm Reed is no longer involved in the project. Somebody else said that they weren't coming back either.
Yeah, that was recently too.
There's a lot of people who aren't coming back to the project. Plus, you still have the same problems with Levitt, not Levinson. Levitt is the guy's name, right? Or Levins. What's the dude's name?
Sam Levinson? Oh, no, Levitt. I don't know. Are you sure it's not Sam Levinson?
6-5 Michigan trending is disgusting because that's not a record.
That's your Twitter, bro. Yeah, it's Levinson. Sam
Levinson. There you go. Between him, Zendaya, and Sydney Sweeney, how they're going to be able to get on the same page to be ready at the same time for this show that's not doing enough for them. It's not. This is not a priority for Zendaya right now.
It's not a priority for at least 4 or 5 cast members.
Yeah, I don't think it's a priority for Sydney Sweeney. So this may be like some news to quiet some of the noise around the production. I don't see this third season ever coming. Plus, 4 years after the last season, so they're going to be even older. Like, I was already suspending disbelief that these were high school age kids in the first place.
Yeah,
they're going to be closer to 40 than they are their teens at this point. Like, I don't get it. Don't get it.
Yeah.
I see this working out.
I agree. Like I said, it's not even just Zendaya. It's Jacob Elordi. It's Sydney Sweeney. It's
Yeah, I don't
A
believe it.
lot of them have
Plus,
so much
there's
more
bad
going
blood
on
here too. This is not just a scheduling thing. Scheduling is part of it, but there's also there was people thrown under the bus. There were people blamed for the lack of production, the lack of haste to get to season 3. Like, there's bad blood involved here. So if this actually comes out, if we get to see season 3 of Euphoria, I would be stunned.
Yeah, and Polo Boy just reminded me that The Idol came out. So now, like, who's anticipating the next Sam Levinson project all like that anymore?
Yeah,
I mean,
the
it is
Idol was the
Euphoria, but
reason
like,
why all of this happened in the first place. He took up all that time to do the Idol. It bombed. He was big dicking everybody before it bombed, and now everybody wants him to eat shit. I can't blame him. I can't blame him.
yeah, facts. All right, and then last thing is Bel Air has been renewed. Bel Air has been renewed for a season 4 at Peacock, and it has been confirmed that this will be the series' final season. I think when we reacted to the last season, it was kind of up in the air. We weren't really sure if it was going to be final season, but now at this point, it looks like they're confirming it. So let's just hope they do it with a bang. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, no, I guess it's a little sudden, but I'm glad that they made it to 4 seasons at least. I guess that deadly 5th season is just not going to come for so many shows. Now that they actually have to get paid more after that 5th season. So expect to see a lot of shows meet their demise in 4 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also Gladiator 2 is officially already the highest grossing film for Denzel Washington's career, which is crazy, but not so crazy when you really think about it.
I mean,
facts.
It was surprising to me that this was the highest, but then you go back and you're right. You go back through the list of things. He only has a few real opportunities to, draw a real commercial crowd outside of his own fan base. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Training Day would have been one of them, but movie, budgets weren't what they were or are today. During Training Day, you had Safe House with Ryan Reynolds. That was one that I think was probably one of his highest grossing before Gladiator 2.
I think a lot of the points behind many of the movies Denzel has been, or the sell point is it's Denzel. And so in this case, you have a movie where it's Gladiator 2 and it has Denzel. Oh yeah, sign me up. Right? It's not that Denzel has less of a punch in this movie. It's that you already have it's Gladiator 2 and it's a Denzel.
And it's Denzel, yeah. I think that kind of made it hard to fail.
Yeah.
I actually saw that yesterday. It wasn't bad.
I need to see it. Yeah,
Denzel's performance was pretty damn good. It was the best thing about the movie, to be honest with you.
I'm kind of glad to hear that.
Side note about this movie. I am kind of worried about Joseph Quinn playing the Human Torch. I didn't see it. And not that his character in Gladiator 2 is anything like what Johnny Storm is going to be. It's not even close.
Right.
In terms of gravitas, in terms of making you pay attention when he's on screen, the guy blends in like white bread, like vanilla ice cream. Like, he's not bad. He's not, out of place. He's not doing anything wrong, but he's just kind of there. That's not Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
Not Johnny Storm at all. Severely lacking in charisma. I'll just say this now, just so once again I'm on wax before anybody else has a chance to, act like they were the first person to say it. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm may have been a pretty big miscast.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, that's fair. I mean, this would have been the test going into that movie. So if he didn't pass it with flying colors, he didn't pass it with flying colors.
No, he didn't.
Kind of is what it is.
Was that the end of
that was the last that was the last Behind the Cape?
Okay, I got a couple of things I wanted to add on there if you didn't mind.
On to Behind the Cape?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Viggo Mortensen, shout out to Aragorn, has been asked to return as Aragorn in the Hunt for Gollum movie that's supposed to come out in 2026.
Okay.
So that's pretty dope. Hope he takes it. Definitely. There's another one of them. Like, I guess they could recast Aragorn and I'd still go see it. But I would really love it if they got Hugo back or Vigo, excuse me.
Sure.
Also, Joe Burrow. Now, did you see where they were selling off the Batmobiles from the Christian Bale Batman?
I did see that, or I saw something about it.
Yeah, your boy Joe Burrow bought one. He bought one for $3 million.
What?
Fam, it's not street legal. Don't give a shit. I'm all over Cincinnati with that thing. I'm all
sure.
over the Queen City in the Batmobile. All over it. Don't give a shit. I'm daring you to pull me over. I'm Joe Burrow.
3 M's.
Now, I'm not really one for, extravagant, nonsensical expenditures like that. I'd spend $3 million on a Batmobile for sure.
Oh, wait. I got the wrong link. Hold on. There we go. 3 M's. I mean, yeah, street legal doesn't really matter in this case.
No, it doesn't, because I'm driving it on the street anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like who's going to stop it?
I'm coming through in the big old tank Batmobile, pulling up to all the cookouts in this thing. Every time I hit the club, I'm driving this. How you gonna steal that? You're not stealing this.
Doing that. I don't even know how to get in it.
I was about to say, I feel completely comfortable leaving this bitch running and leaving it outside the club the whole time. How you gonna get in? I'm looking at it right now. I have the slightest clue. I don't see a door handle. I don't see a button. I don't know if you gotta come down through the top of this mug. Like, leave it running. You're good, fam. No. Don't valet park it. Leave it right here and just run.
Right in the front.
Yep, we good.
I don't see how you hating from outside of my Batmobile. You can't even get in.
Can't even get in. then you get in it. The hell if you know where to put the key in at or to turn in. Like,
don't know how to operate it.
Gas pedal's probably not in the same spot. I'm not even. We taking that thing everywhere.
And it's big. It's a big vehicle. So, like, literally steering it. How do you steer it? How do you move it around?
I don't know. Don't care. Road.
I mean, not for you. For Joe Burrow, he's good.
Yeah, road bully, get out the way.
Yeah.
There was that. There was also talked about that. Oh,
yeah.
Barry Jenkins. So I couldn't decide whether or not to give this an L or not, but it's movie news, so I guess we'll handle it here. Barry Jenkins is a fool. Do you know who Barry Jenkins is, right?
Why does that name sound familiar?
He's the director of the Mufasa movie. It just came out.
Oh, the black guy. Yeah. Yep.
So as Mufasa is premiering, people are still, going to the theater to see the movie or not, making the decision whether or not they're going to go see it. Do you know what this man said? Let me read you the quote, Josh.
Uh-oh.
When he was asked about directing the live-action Lion King movie, he says, "It's not my thing. I want to work the other way again, where I want to physically get in there." He's talking about the live-action remake.
Right.
Damn, you made this movie. You made this thing of actors and directors and producers finding a way to separate themselves from the filth that they put out, from the trash that they put out. I know this is trash. I know you're going to receive it as trash. Don't blame me for it though, because I didn't like it either. No, it's
not my thing. I could have quit at any time, but
no. Did you take the check? You let him put your name in the credits? Okay, it's yours, fam. This is your baby. You might not like it. You might not like that it's your baby. You may turn your back when somebody be like, "Hey, whose baby is this?" But it's still your baby. It's yours.
Yeah.
Like, if it's terrible because you made it.
Facts.
So I'm very interested to see what this what Mufasa ends up making in comparison to the first Lion King. Chillmonger had the excuse me, was of the mindset that it was going to drop below $1 billion. That would have been it's going to be a precipitous drop if it does. It's going to be well over 800 million drop if it drops below $1 billion. So, or excuse me, 700 million, because it made 1.6 and some change. So We'll see.
Yep. We will see for sure. I show speed must jump that Batmobile. If you're doing a speed, let me get the fuck out of my way. Move, bitch, get out the way.
No,
I still can't think of who Denzel is going to be in BP3. T'Chaka.
I'll revive T'Chaka.
And his son will be T'Challa.
Taika Waititi is saying more stupid shit. Who did he give this quote to? I don't know. Who cares? Taika Waititi on his reaction to fans saying that he would ruin Thor with Thor Ragnarok before the film released. He's going to ruin it for everyone. Thor's so cool. And I said to them on Twitter, you don't know what you want until I give it to you. Get this man out of that studio.
What?
Get that
you
man
don't
out
know
of the
what
studio.
you want until I give it to you?
See, I'm thinking that Taika Waititi is a sane person. And so he just has his own quirks. And, you know, those quirks kind of took over in Thor Love and Thunder. And that's why that movie was so terrible. No. That movie was terrible because Taika Waititi believes that he can do no wrong. That he believes that he can tell us what we want before we even know what it is we want. We have to wait on Taika Waititi, Jojo Rabbit, to tell us what we want. Get that man away from anything having to do with Marvel, Lucasfilm. I don't think I want to see this man outside of A24. A24 and Blumhouse for my man for the rest of his career. He is stricken from the halls of Warner Brothers and Disney.
Fair.
If I'm running things.
Fair.
I mean, just to be in that position, right? To have such a stinker, to have such a bad outing, and to be talking this shit about a movie that happened 2 films ago. This isn't Ragnarok. It's not your latest outing, bro. What did people say about Love and Thunder? How was that received?
Very badly. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like it's like there's no comic book fans who read the lore before the movie came out. It's like there's not people who do fan castings. I don't know at all what I want until you give it to me. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's stupid.
Lastly, the American Film Institute came out with a list of their top 10 TV shows of 2024. Let's see if we all agree.
Penguin.
I don't know if this is in order, but these are the 10. So it's Abbott Elementary, The Bear
is probably on there.
Yep. Hacks, The Man on the Inside, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Nobody Wants This, The Penguin, Shogun, Shrinking, and True Detective Night Country.
I didn't watch a good amount of those, but if they're not ranking it and The Penguin's on there, I'm fine with that.
So
Penguin's one of the best shows I don't watch in a minute.
Yeah, I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 out of these 10 shows I've seen. Penguin, Shogun, True Detective, Night Country, and The Bear.
And then, I would assume The Bear would be somewhere on there.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith being on this list is surprising to me.
I agree. The Donald Glover, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Very surprising.
Okay. I didn't watch it, so I'll save my thoughts. Yeah, but from what I heard, okay. All right.
That is it for Behind the Cape. Let us know what you thought about all the movie news this week. Put it in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Come back every Sunday for another Behind the Cape segment. Absolutely.
And make sure that you subscribe. Like you said, we like to do this every Thursday at 10 as far as the recap of everything. And make sure you like the video. Peace. All right, W's and L's. I guess I will go first since.
Thank you. But if you're going to go first, go ahead. I have to blow my nose.
Disgusting. All right, chat. What's up with y'all? Give me 1 second. We're going to get the homie Marcus some tea with honey. I told him. And chicken noodle soup. And some cough syrup. He's going to need to sleep this one off, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. We're going to react to a diss song. And I want to see what he thinks about it. Because it just came out. It's from a pretty famous YouTuber. So I'm excited to see what he thinks. I've already listened to it. I've already heard it. And I can't tell you who the diss is to yet. I'll tell you once we get everything started. But I'm interested to see what he thinks about it. So We'll see. L goes to the Lakers. Let's not even play. And on that note, a dub goes to the Cavs because they are still balling out of control. You better give a presidential L to Angola. What happened in Angola? I'm confused. I don't know. First L, Morehouse College for finals week. You know what? L goes to all colleges for finals week. I know that hell quite a bit. And finals week sucked. Midterms sucked as well. So I know you're going through it, but hey, there is a finish line. So shout out to you, Polo Boy. Hope you're doing well out there. Yeah, chill. You're gonna have to tell me what happened with Angola. I'm not hip. But yeah, no, we got a shit ton to talk about. Influencers ending, their whole careers ending. I'm ready to talk about that. Obviously, you know, we've seen comments above talking about Schultz. We'll talk about Schultz. We'll obviously talk about Schultz. We need a nice strong torture slay on Andrew Schultz. The asshole earned it. Biden visited Angola to exploit Congo's resources. Really? Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not okay with that. But then again, none of us were ever here for Biden or Trump or Kamala. So yeah, if we need to, for sure, an L goes to that. Obviously, we're gonna have to talk about this CEO assassination as well. I think that's pretty big news. But I got some fun stuff that we can talk about too. So I like this. I'm ready for this dubs and L's. I'm definitely ready for this dubs and L's. Marcus doesn't want to talk very much because he's sick, but I just know some of these things are going to be some things that he's going to want to discuss and linked. Charlemagne looking funny by association. Facts. Pull up Consciously's TikTok on it. Oh, on Angola? Consciously. Why am I thinking of Keith Lee? I dead ass thought of Keith Lee when he said that.
The Brick Lady Protector. Has he turned a new leaf? Has he stopped protecting grifters?
You know who will protect you? Cough syrup right now. Take it.
Is it still research over me search over there?
Could be. All right, you ready? You all good? Your nose all blown?
I'm good to go.
Pause. All right. Bet. W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. Because Marcus is sick, I will be nice enough to allow him to go second. I think he just faked that call.
The way that was set up.
Because I think it's my third week going first. I'm just saying. Damn, Marcus, you just don't forget anything. That's true. He does not forget anything.
I don't.
Mine like a steel trap over here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with my dubs. And to give you even more time to rest, I'm going to first have us react to something that just recently came out, and I'm excited to react to. This is a YouTuber who most might know as a hip-hop YouTuber by the name of Screwface John. You might know him either on YouTube or Twitter. He made a diss track, and it's to the beat of Whacked Out Murals by Kendrick. And this diss is to academics.
Oh, wow.
Yes, let's check this out. Oh, shit. If I knew how to work StreamYard, I'd be better at this. All right.
You remember Drizzy? Yeah. Actually, he doesn't know the answer. Yeah, you know what I mean? We go back. Y'all know that.
This is supposed to be academics.
So, Drake, Drizzy. I mean, you can't depend on everyone, but I guess I can always depend on this drink. I can always depend. You never left me lonely. After everything, I need to take a shot.
Yesterday, somebody whacked out my mural, and Posse's getting Oscars acting like they thorough. You want to know how you not a prize of your girl?
That be reacting to the videos to the. Oh wow.
Screwface John.
Wow.
Yep. Next video, pyramids. Okay. YouTube
right.
algorithm. YouTube algorithm. Okay.
Drake Ocean next.
After everything, I need to take a shot.
Yesterday, somebody whacked out my mural, and Posse's getting Oscars acting like they thorough. You want to know how you not a prize of your girl? You gotta argue that you were props with your girl. Hammer shit the fucking banana clip like a lil moon. If you suspicious, chop touch you bitches and make a lil boom. Them lil coons could try to defend you and get the steal too. 17 shots, but would you believe there's still two? Can't move, looking for help, but your homie still too. You still too old to be acting like you still too. My rapping ass gon' hit like the Shack Attack. This still too. I steal you with them in your pockets. Bitch, I steal too. Professor, and this is your lecture. A new semester. When we pressure, feel the pressure like sitting by Vic Mensa. Oh, I like that. Now you gon' have to bump this with an ice pack. Nobody in your live chat gon' help you get your life back. I might snap and I ain't no gangster, but bitch, I'll fight back. Make money off of bodies like you did on War in Chirac. Niggas let you slide, but if they ride, then you a nice pack. But they might slide and touch you like unlocking an iPad. My bad, lots of gun bars, but bitch, I got to pop two and drop two like Drizzy with a lawsuit. Now tell me, what did Mark do? Was it that Drizzy called dude? Just like your next bitch, mad at the next chick you talk to. Hit you in the face on cam, like your girl did. Hit you in the face with the can, like your girl did. Make you look like less of a man, like your girl did. Pull your plug in front of your fans, like your You corny spoke on me for like 30 minutes. You bore me, need to get low and ignore me before we get the low from Rory. A lot of your fans ain't even your fans, and that's just tough luck. When they kill your ass in the chat, that's just tough love. I've seen.
What the fuck does Rory know? What does Rory know? Rory, come to the table. What does Rory know?
You didn't hear the bars about Maul, apparently?
I didn't hear the bars about Maul. What did he say?
He was
Maul?
basically saying that like he's mad that Drake is talking to Maul instead of academics now.
That is fucking hilarious.
Crazy.
He rapping like he think like academics gonna respond, like he gonna rap back or something.
Academics is gonna
real.
react. Academics will react to this for sure. Will he rap back?
No, he's not gonna rap back. Obviously not. But I'm saying
he's rapped before.
But he rapping like no, he hasn't. Shut up.
There's an academic song out. It's trash, but there's an academic song out. Do I need to pull that up next?
After we hear his, because I want to hear what we should expect on the on the response.
Not much, but
okay.
There's a song. Okay. You do some big things and they ain't even buck up. I noticed that they way more excited when you fuck up. That's fucked up, cause when you luck up, them niggas simmer down. They typing act got a weird case. Why he still around? I'm just a random fan, you obviously lying when both them pages that you said that on are smaller than mine. Just hit a face and pick the place, pick the debate or pick the ring, and I'ma show up like Drake never does for your stream. Boy, that's me, cause you ride for that nigga and his team. Boy, it's sad. Wait, do you even got a picture with your king? Try to lie. We all know that shit is hurting you. If he even stood next to you, I bet your world would move. Is there one good reason that he won't work with you? He ain't hiding y'all from the world, he's hiding the world from you. You don't even see he working, you player closest you ever been to Drake was his fucking impersonator. It's crazy why you sit there with your scorpion hat bent. He's streaming with a dude that ain't no scorpion hat bent.
And it's on Scorpion. What's that? Wait, is that an album name?
Yeah, yes. It's my name. And if he does it now, it's only cause we said he bitched you. And the whole internet is telling you that ain't official. So if he finally posts that picture of him standing with you, just thank me later. I take care of all of your issues, but honestly, never mind, cause all your views are from a dark lane. What a time to be alive, but no more life after the chop bang, and nothing was the same. So far gone, you a god, man, you reading this is too
late. Give me like 10 seconds back. Give me that again.
Fire. That was fire. Okay, so did you get XQC not knowing? Okay, let's go back. Okay, he was on XQC's stream. Remember that not too long ago?
Yep.
XQC didn't know that Scorpion was Drake's album title.
Okay,
that's what this clip is. He's like,
expect him to know a lot of rap titles, rap album titles.
And the fact that he did a stream with XQC and not Ack is crazy. All right.
Scorpion hat bent. He's streaming with a dude that ain't no scorpion hat bent.
And it's on Scorpion. What's that? Wait, is that an album name?
What's that?
And if he does it now, it's only cause we said he bitched you. And the whole internet is telling you that ain't official. So if he finally posts that picture of him standing with you, just thank me later. I take care of all of your issues, but honestly, never mind, cause all your views are from a dark lane. What a time to be alive, but no more life after the chop bang, and nothing was the same. You so far gone, you a god, man. You reading this is too late, is what they read when the cops came. You anger folks, like them racist jokes from Andrew Schultz. You the type of saying what not knowing what
that run was nice. The Drake album run
that was crazy. The album title scheme,
yeah,
crazy. And then the mention to Schultz.
You anger folks like them racist jokes from Andrew Schultz. You the type be saying woke, not knowing what they made it for. Pardon my manners and pardon my grammar, but I'ma make you cry worse than Saucy Santana. I said pardon my manners and pardon my grammar, but I'ma make you cry worse than Saucy Santana. Around niggas you be bitching, you only tough against women. I'm really starting to think that you see them.
Say what?
How does Saucy Santana make him cry?
He said they went on a rant against each other. I can't remember if he cried. I can't remember, but I know he was feeling some type of way after the whole Saucy Santana thing.
Miss competition, or maybe your next victim. I know they want you in prison. You acting like you be pimping, but shorty done got you simping. Coward, you got a yellow belly like the Simpsons, and you just mad them niggas took your bitch, Scottie Pippen. And Drake gonna be mad when that nigga log on and he see Not Like Us was your number one song.
Set it up the party, I was young drunk. Won't pass the arc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's rock.
Shout out to the Spotify rapper, but you just got wrapped up, yeah. My name is Screwface John, and I'm pretty freaking awesome. And I love you.
That's pretty much it. He has another little thing with that.
Hey, YouTuber, I'm about to diss one of you YouTubers.
I'm about to diss one of you YouTubers.
I'm about to diss
crazy.
all you YouTubers.
Dear Drake, I wrote you, but you're still not calling.
This is the premium.
I wrote you, but you're not calling us.
I'm about to put out an ether to all you YouTubers. Just get ready.
It was I think academics or something like that. Is this it? Is that the song? I remember he was wearing this. This might be it.
He was into the Juice WRLD phase. Huh? He was heavy into that.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. It was a few years ago.
This is a more than
I think this is it. This sounds right.
Great.
Yeah. Academics, they got me feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride the wave when I'm the one that make it. We run the chat and get the thotties naked. Academics. They got me feeling like I'm academics.
So yes, there is an academics rap song.
So he can respond. We should expect him to respond.
He can respond. It's not going to be that good, but we'll see. Screwface went at it. Act gonna cry in the car for sure. Stamina, what up? Sounds like it's Sunday school for writing study over her. Okay. Shout out to you.
Up, Stamina.
All right. So yeah, no, that Screwface John track was hard. I didn't know he rapped like that at the very least. So shout out to bro. Shout out to him.
Shout out to who? Screwface or Act?
Screwface. Yeah, not
Act. Okay.
Act.
That's nuts.
Okay, so we've got some good news coming, I think, because again, I feel like Drake doesn't have a case here, but the hearing dates are set for his court motions, I guess. So for the legal filing against UMG and Spotify, it's set to be heard on January 16th. So the thing that Pam Entertainment said about the holidays playing a factor into the situation is true. They're going to punt it until after the holidays, and we'll get some sort of hearing after that for that one specific lawsuit. I think that's the defamation one, if I'm not mistaken.
Shout out to Pam for the call there.
Absolutely. And then, I'm sorry, that's the first one. That's the pre-action. No. The pre-action petition specifically against UMG and iHeartRadio will be heard on December 19th. So that one will be before the holidays. But the one I think about the defamation, one of them is December 19th and one of them is January 16th. So yeah, if you haven't seen our video with Pam Entertainment, make sure you check that out. Obviously, after you see this video, a lot of good information that Pam Entertainment gave to us. So once again, shout out to her. But yes, the dates are set in place, and I'm excited to see if we were right all along, which, got to be honest with you, at this point in time, I believe we were. Okay, my fault. You were showing some of the comments. Lupita was born in Mexico, but her family's from Kenya. I think her dad was an ambassador or something. Lupita got way too
ambassador
spent
from
dating that.
Kenya to Mexico. What kind of relationship they got going on?
That is kind of crazy.
I mean, cool.
That 6 o'clock shape, big hand on 12, little hand on 6, straight up and down is crazy. Crazy. Okay. All right. So let's talk about my L's. My first L is going to the decided end of a run for an influencer that we've talked at this point ad nauseum about on this podcast, and that is one Hawk to a Girl. Hawk to a Girl has unfortunately been involved in a crypto scam. And to further explain, I have some tweets here to show you guys about essentially what happened here. So essentially, homegirl at some point got some information from a guy by the name of, I think it was Doc Hollywood, who is also the guy from Deal or No Deal. What's his name?
The guy from Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, what's his name?
Wall
guy. I can't think of his name. Howie Mandel.
Howie
Mandel.
Or Mandel.
Apparently it's his son-in-law, I guess. Is some big crypto guy or whatever, and he's the guy who basically kind of led Hawk to a Girl behind all of this shit. Okay, we'll mention him here in just a second. Okay, so this tweet that I have here mentions the fact that originally this Hawk coin that they set up, 96% of it was in the supply of one cluster, meaning that a lot of the people who owned this supposed Hawk coin was all basically in on this situation.
Yeah, investors. They were all investors.
Yes. So what she ended up doing was basically selling all of these coin in let me see if I have it here. In this pre-sale, basically. So she sold like 95 or 96% of this coin in this pre-sale to investors who were then going to who were then going to sell this coin to her fan base who knows virtually nothing about crypto. And they were going to make all the money and pawn it off to these kids who know nothing about crypto. And they were going to be the ones who lost out on all this money.
I think they end up making $1 million off of the fees. And after they made the money off the fees, the value dropped like precipitously.
Yeah. So there's this foundation that I believe Haley has set up that made almost $2 million in fees. And so they go through and they try to blame this whole thing on snipers. Oh, unfortunately, all the snipers got to the coin and they're the ones who flooded this thing. But no, because you made more than the snipers even did on the supposed coin. And the snipers were probably involved with you because you pre-sold all the coins. So no, cap. And then they go to this space, they create this space to try to kind of explain everything. And again, Howie Mandel's son-in-law, I guess, is behind all this. He goes on this like 15-minute rant about how the people in crypto are mentally ill and toxic, which is crazy. So all the people involved in this are mentally ill and toxic. Yeah.
Except for us, of course.
Right. Except for us. And then he basically tells people that they should essentially kiss his ass for helping bring new people to the crypto and meme coin space. Like almost verbatim, like they should kiss his ass for that. And then in the middle of somebody basically asking for further clarity of this whole situation, the Hawk to a Girl basically interrupts this guy asking a question and goes, yeah, it's time for bed, guys. I'm out. And then just shuts off the space and hasn't been heard from since. She basically pulls a Judy from Family Matters, goes upstairs, and nobody's seen her or heard from her since. Crazy as fuck.
So the Paul brothers were not involved in the meme coin, I don't believe, but they are signed, or she's signed to Logan Paul's production company. Her podcast is.
Logan Paul actually did a similar rug pull.
Yeah, he did that. He had a crypto scheme going on too. I don't think it was the same thing. I think it was a different coin altogether.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they are involved in business.
That's probably where she got that fucking idea. Logan was like, look,
I would agree.
Head, go ahead and hype up the coin, and then just sell it right before you give it to all your customers. Just sell it back to them. It'll be great. You'll make millions off of fees, and they'll lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. It'll be awesome.
Crazy. It's so crazy. Like, again, you're talking about a fan base who you admit is people who don't really know too much about crypto, and they're obviously fans of Haley. So you're taking advantage of her fan base. And once they find out all this shit, she's done. If they haven't already found out, which obviously they probably have at this point, you're done. Who's going to trust in you? Who's going to continue to believe in you? You already didn't have that much leverage as an influencer as it is. You said Hawk Tua spit on that thing and became famous off of that.
Still don't get it, man. There are ladies of the night all over the country who will say that to you and much more. You know, like now, which one of those ladies of the night would you give $1 million to? Go to your local action spot, find a streetwalker, and pick one that you would give $1 million to, and that's basically what happened here.
Yeah, yep.
Because she made a joke about spitting on a wiener.
Right. That's it. That's all she did.
That's it. No discernible talents, no connections that she didn't have or that she had before this rise to fame. Nope, just hot to it. That's how you spit on a penis.
And became famous.
Overnight sensation.
I saw the two dudes that made her famous exposed her. Yeah, I mean, she tried to sue them to have ownership of the clip that they made, not her. They made it. So fuck her for that too. There are no victims in this story. Yes, there are. If you trusted Hawk Tua with an investment, give up. Yes, sure. Very unwise to make a financial decision based off of the Hawk Tua girl. Still victims though. Unfortunately,
a lot of people don't reconcile with when they do these things. Crypto is not a bank. It's not even the stock market. Like there is nothing to guarantee the funds there, right? Like it is a currency that is based off of the financial reputation of an individual or a group of individuals, a small group of individuals, not a corporation. The interests aren't insured. There's just so much risk to this.
Mm-hmm.
So much risk. And it is also the most scam plentiful money operation that there is right now. There's more people getting done up in this crypto shit than money orders.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
I don't
get it.
Trust me, I agree. The thought of doing anything financial because of the Hawk Tua girl is absolutely crazy. I don't understand it. But at the same time, if you are touched enough to make said financial decision, then you're being exploited. So then in that case, yeah, I would have to call that a victim. But yeah, no, she's done. She's done for in these streets. I'm so happy for it. So, that's my 2 cents on it. Okay, on to my next L.
I'm about to try and read this. My sympathy battery for this kind of nonsense is low. Gally came out of nowhere, next to nothing, and her folks still willing to spend time and money on something famous. Mad thing.
I'm going to say that that's a result of your sickness. You're cold right now.
I thought it was solid.
It was off.
Mad thing.
It wasn't your best British. We'll say that. But I'm gonna blame that on you being sick. That's yikes.
Fuck that.
Right. Yo, my next L. Do you remember discussing Master P's son getting a $2 million NIL deal to play basketball? We discussed this a couple years ago. At this point, it was quite a minute ago. And basically, I think he went to Tennessee State at the time. And so, like I said, it was when NIL was just hitting, and they had signed him to a $2 million deal with some tech company, right? His name is Hersey Miller. Crazy. $2 million.
Is this no limit $2 million tech deal?
Yeah, I think that's just or in a relation to
signs a no limit $2 million NIL tech deal. What does that even mean?
I think they just put no limit there because it had to do with Master P. I think because it doesn't. There is a limit.
It's to an NIL deal,
huh?
I was about to say he signed his son to an NIL deal, maybe.
I think he might have been involved with it somehow. I can't remember, honestly. It was a minute ago. I can't really remember the story. I guess we have it here. Let's see. As hip hop icon Master P's son Hersey Miller cashes in by inking a 4-year brand ambassador deal with tech company Web Apps America that is worth $2 million. It doesn't really say anything about Master P specifically. It's his son though. Anyway,
adopting a Josh-like attitude is not very it's not very promising, my friend.
It is.
We don't need more Joshes in the world, okay?
We need a lot more Joshes, to be honest. Anyway, so that's what we talked about before is the fact that he's obviously Master P's son. NIL had just come out and he got a $2 million deal. A deal that he probably only got because he was Master P's son. And again, he played for I think it was Tennessee State. Do I have that here? Tennessee State. Yep. So HBCU. You want to know what he's doing now?
What's that?
Unfortunately, recently he has gotten arrested.
I'm hoping that was the last thing that was happening here.
Yeah. Arrested for stealing refrigerators. Also, not playing for Tennessee State anymore. He's playing for Southern Utah, I think. Yes, the headline reads correctly. He was arrested for allegedly stealing refrigerators for like I think it was $1,500 worth of refrigerators. Now, since I put this on my L list, some more news has come out.
Where?
Okay, so the situation was there were, I think, 2 refrigerators behind some business. It might actually even say that here. Let's see. The appliances were located at the loading dock of the Cedar City, Utah school campus bookstore. So they were at the loading dock. I think they had been eyeing these for a little while. They were just sitting there. They assumed them to be trashed. And so they picked them up, put them in a truck, and took them home. And then they were found caught in 4K on CCTV doing so. And then they found the refrigerators at whatever apartment they were in. Now, they might be able to get off. And I don't know how much of this is to Master P's influence. But because they were assuming, or may have even been told that they were supposed to be trashed, they had just decided on taking them. Like these refrigerators are supposed to be getting rid of.
And this is where again?
This is in Southern Utah.
No, I mean, but like a store.
Campus bookstore. School's campus bookstore.
Okay. So you was trying to flip refrigerators out the campus bookstore for $1,500. Fam, your dad is Master P.
Yeah, that's the part
Your dad is Master P. Your dad gave you a $2 million NIL deal 2 years ago. Why are you stealing refrigerators?
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
This is so much worse than Jello Ball stealing a belt from that market in Japan or China or wherever the hell it was.
Yeah, so your dad is Master P. Why do you need refrigerators in the first place?
You're rich beyond all imagination. You've always been rich. Again, as early as 2 years ago, you got $2 million. Why are you flipping refrigerators? Some people want to be gangsters so damn bad. They want to be bad so bad. They've lived privileged lives. They've had it all laid out for them. They watch other people struggle and feel like that struggle is cool.
Sheesh.
And they try their best to make themselves as poor as possible. Hersey Miller, you are Percy Miller's son. You're rich forever. No matter what you do, you're going to have money, boy. Why are you out here trying to steal refrigerators?
I don't get it. I can't. I'm trying to see if there's any sort of thing that they said in response to all of this, but I'm not seeing anything. But I think he's going to get off because his father is Master P and he got the bread to do so. Okay, Hersey and Peter told authorities they thought the fridges were being thrown out since they had been sitting on a loading dock for almost a month, which made them think they could take them. That doesn't even... What? Brock Felder admitted he helped, but claimed that... Oh, Brock Felder's a white guy, by the way. Admitted he helped, but claimed the others were the ones who came up with the idea. That's
and
crazy.
you had somebody with you that's snitching too, so you dumb and dummy. You're dumb and dummy. You're dumb and dumber.
Braden over here said, "Hey, it was their idea. I kind of helped somewhat, but it was their idea. They're the thinkers behind this one.
Dumb. Just
That's
stupid.
crazy.
Stupid.
That's so crazy. Yikes. So yeah, no rationale. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Okay. I bet a lot of you thought this day would never come, but it's here. I have to give an L to Kendrick Lamar. for a fairly simple reason, actually. As we can see, this was the announcement for the Grand National Tour. Let me scroll down and see some of these dates. Okay, we got Minneapolis, we got Houston, Atlanta, Charlotte. Scroll down a little bit more. Oh, we got a couple of dates in Toronto. Obviously, a few dates in Los Angeles. No big deal. Hey, I'm missing something here. Where are the Ohio dates?
No Ohio dates.
No Ohio dates, Kendrick. What are we doing?
You know what?
Hershey, PA, but no Ohio dates.
I'll take it. You know why I'll take it? Where are we at? Because of the June. Where are we at? The June 12th and June 13th weekend. Josh, what weekend is that?
Is that Juneteenth?
It's not Juneteenth.
June 12th, June 13th. That does sound like
what holiday comes in June every year?
Juneteenth. No?
Okay, so I've already said it's not Juneteenth.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay, so what else happens in June?
oh, there was something. Oh, what was it? I don't remember. What was it?
I keep expecting you. Well, no, you have one, so that you should know. What do you do in June every year?
I have one. What do I do in June every year? Oh, I'm so confused. I feel bad now.
Holiday do you celebrate in June? What holiday would it be absolutely hilarious for Kendrick to celebrate in Toronto on that weekend?
I feel so bad. I feel like I'm fucking up a setup here.
Father's Day. Father's Day. Father's Day, fam. He's going to Toronto on Father's Day.
Oh,
Goated.
I feel
Goated.
bad.
Fucking goated. Goated.
But I'm not a father.
Take the L back right now.
You're a father. You would know that.
You have a father. You should know that.
No, I feel bad for not knowing now, but that's crazy. That's funny. Is that going to be Father's Day that day? Or for that Father's Day that year?
Say what?
It's going to be around it, though. Father's Day 2025. It's the 15th. Interesting.
Yeah,
that's close enough. That's close enough.
That is the weekend that everybody will be celebrating Father's Day.
Yes.
Toronto, Ohio. Yes,
I'm sure.
Positive. Where the fuck is Toronto, Ohio?
Is there? I think there is a Toronto, Ohio.
I've never been there.
Dennis Graham Day. That's hilarious. Y'all better make your way to Detroit. You know what I mean? I wouldn't dare touch foot in Michigan, but
first of all, I love Detroit. Is always showing me.
Detroit is actually
I'll absolutely go.
Cool. I like Detroit.
And you only go to Michigan if your father say you're allowed there.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, my father did take me to Detroit once.
No. Your dad's like us.
Who's
Michigan.
us? My father is not
here
right now.
June 15th is a Sunday. That's Father's Day. So the Thursday and Friday he'll be in Toronto for Father's Day weekend.
Before he gets out on the 16th and goes to Hershey, PA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I guess I should be okay with the fact that there are no Ohio dates, considering the fact that those prices are going up crazy. And it's not, I'm not giving him an L for that because it's not his fault. I think it's
that's the
Ticketmaster and resellers.
Yeah.
Ticketmaster's fees and obviously the resellers are just like, look, the value on this is.
Oh, I know y'all want this crack, so y'all gonna pay.
You know,
y'all gonna pay.
You feel me? Okay. I think now is a good time to talk about it. So since we've already talked about Kendrick, I don't have any clips. You think I should bring up any clips? You think that's necessary? Schultz.
No.
Okay.
We all know what was said.
All right. So let's talk about Schultz. I have been following myself, or somewhat loosely following Schultz for quite some time. He was originally on fucking Guy Code. And it's probably one of the least entertaining parts of Guy Code, mind you. And from there, I guess he built a relationship with Charlemagne, created the Brilliant Idiots podcast, which I listened to for a little point of time, until he started to become super duper conservative. Since that podcast, he created the Flagrant 2 podcast, which is supposed to be a sports podcast, somehow became an edgelord podcast, but whatever. Okay, so he created that podcast along with another failed podcast called the Wester Bros podcast, mind you. He made a Game of Thrones podcast at that time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, so then he started getting super conservative, grew a goofy fucking mustache, interviewed Donald Trump, and now he thinks he's some sort of edgelord. People, I beg you, stop giving Andrew Schultz the attention that he's looking for. He's clearly looking for attention. He's trying to grasp at some sort of conservative base, conservative edgelord base. And as long as you don't give him the attention, he won't become the new Andrew Tate, the new fresh and fit that he's so desperately looking to become. That's what I think this is. That's all this is. And so he has to come out here and say disrespectful bullshit to a guy that he would not say to their face. I don't think because he's 6'4" and Kendrick is 5 whatever that he would say any of this to Kendrick to his face.
Oh, you don't think he'd make love to him? You don't think that the only option would be whether or not it's consensual or not?
Fuck no. He's saying that because he's a keyboard warrior and he has a safe space, which is his podcast. And if he was ever confronted in person for that shit, he would never double down and say that to that person's face.
Listen to this comparison, right? Kendrick starts getting over Drake's ass for his rank immorality. What does Drake go to try to respond? What was the last thing that Drake said about Kendrick in response to the things that were levied towards Drake?
That he's lying, that Kendrick is capping. And
well, not only that you rapping like you're trying to get the slaves free. Mm-hmm. You mother oh fuck, I just got the whole connection. You the one who got molested, right? What did Andrew Schultz do? Oh well, rap music this and disrespect black women that and blah 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 blah. Oh, I would fuck Kendrick and it would only be a question of whether or not he wanted it or not. These things are following the exact same arc.
Sure.
You get a light shown on some of your improprieties, some of your character flaws, and you immediately jump to, oh, he's too woke and I would rape him. Drake goes, oh, he too woke and he got raped. It's like a bigot's Freudian slip.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Well, I do understand. It just looks very ironic how this all played out. Mm-hmm. The beef that this played out over end up playing out again with two different individuals. It's crazy.
Yeah, the common denominator here is the fact that they have this supposed conservative base, and the way that they're trying to appeal to them is by doing things that they believe that a Chad would do in this case. That's their desired outlook on life. They want to become this manly man. It's like the things that you say, these little small stupid fucked up things, right? The things that you just alluded to, the fact that, oh, you were sexually molested, or I will do that to you, seem to scream things that I need to prove that I'm a man
projection,
to you. Yeah. And it's just like none of that shit. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, black, white. None of that shit is what actually makes you a man. And if you believe those things are what makes you a Chad or a man in this situation, you're solely mistaken, and you're probably a fucking idiot, probably racist.
I mean, think about what he said. He didn't say, I'll beat your ass. He didn't say, oh, pull up at such a spot. I'm in LA all the time. He didn't tell him, we can handle this, that, and the third. He told the man he would rape him.
Yeah.
He told the man that he would penetrate him as like a response to me saying, hey, you don't have a license to talk about black women. Oh, yeah? I'll put my sphincter in your sphincter. I'll put my rod in your sphincter.
Yeah.
What, fam? No, somebody grab that man. We're not talking about the same things.
Right.
Somebody corral him. He's on a
Crazy.
whole other level.
How did you even escalate to this?
Like, if your first response to being called out is homoerotica, I can only assume certain things about you.
Yeah.
Because the fact that entering Kendrick Lamar was that present on your mind that you got to that joke immediately. It's very questionable there, Andrew.
And you know, I think it's funny, and I'll respond to more of these comments here in a second because I got one more other point I was going to make. Yes, this is something that a white boy would say. This is where a white person's mind would go. So the fact that, again, as we previously alluded to, Drake is also making some of these comments is hilarious to me. Absolutely hilarious that we're putting him, we have to lump him in that same category. The other thing is a lot of people are making the comment of, you know, oh, these are the things that comedians do. Schultz himself has alluded to the fact that Kendrick Lamar is a hypocrite because obviously he's working with South Park creators and things of that nature. Hey, fam, the difference here is that they made a joke. And even the black woman thing, at some level, I could probably dismiss it as a terrible joke, an offensive joke. But the thing that you said to Kendrick is not a joke and will get you fucking done up crazy out here for disrespect like that in that manner. So even if you are a comedian, there's certain things you don't fucking say, and that's one of them. Man to man, man to man. You want to be a man so much, man to man. There's certain things you don't say without expecting to get your lumps handed to you.
Right here. When don't talk about black women is ineffective, it is effectively responded to with, I'll make you my black woman.
That's
Jesus.
a fact. Yeah, wave
Literally.
all the red flags.
Literally. What? I can't talk about black woman? You my black woman. Somebody
That's
grab
crazy.
that man.
Yeah, like mental illness at some level. How does your mind go to, he mentioned me in a song, I need to rape him.
Put that man
I
in
need
a
to
cage.
I need to R-word him.
Yeah, anybody who finds it necessary or acceptable to threaten rape, in response to beef, or really just anyway, in any kind of shape or form, the person is a demon. Lock him away. Lock him up.
Even if Kendrick invited you to a fist fight over what you said, bro, your response is out of line.
Fight is off. Fight is 100% off.
Your response is out of line. Just
if I see you, you get within 100 feet of me, I'm gonna shoot you.
Facts.
Allegedly.
And again, to my point, say that shit to his face. And I think Stamina said here, you know what, Schultz would say that mess in person, because unless Kendrick's going to kill him, which he's not, which I agree, I don't think he would. And I don't even know that he would even punch him. My point is, you wouldn't say that shit to the person in their face. Keep that same energy, fam. I believe you are, in effect, a keyboard warrior in this instance. And funny enough, because that conservative fan base doesn't believe in safe spaces, come out from behind your safe space, your podcast, and say some shit to somebody's face like that and see what the fuck happens. I'm not even talking about Kendrick. I just mean in general. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay. I think I only have two more things. Nope. One more thing. Let me make sure. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could talk about the CEO assassination, but did you have that in your dubs and L's?
I thought you were going to talk about it, so I left it to you.
Okay. Well, then I don't care about this one. I was going to talk about the Sophie Rain $45 million OnlyFans thing. Supposedly there's somebody trying to get her to $100 million net worth. That guy has to be simp of the year. Do you know what I'm talking about at all?
This is, yeah, I don't know who Sophie Rain is.
Okay. Let's just bring it up real quick. Okay. So there is a OnlyFans star, this white woman here, by the name of Sophie Rain. Might have seen her all over Twitter because she apparently pays for a lot of advertising via meme page posts and things of that nature. She is making supposedly upwards to $45 million. She posted like a revenue thing on her OnlyFans, and she's supposedly making like $45 million, or she made it last year, right? Which is crazy. Stephen A. Smith came out and talked about it because she's apparently making more than a lot of NBA players, including guys like Anthony Davis, right? Crazy. Now at this point, she also She also said something about Adam 22. I guess he came out and tried to say that what she posted was fake. And then she came back by saying, like, you're just mad because your wife's out here fucking everybody else for peanuts or something like that. Crazy. But yes, this person here by the name of Charlie K here gets an L from me for creating a GoFundMe because he wants to take his top OnlyFans girl to new levels. He wants to support her dream of $100 million. So he started a GoFundMe for her. Insane. Again, I don't subscribe to the whole simp thing, but if there ever was a simp, this is it.
I don't know if I even believe that she makes $45 million a year. Be honest with you. Okay.
That is definitely up for question. I would agree. I would absolutely agree that is at least up for question. What's not up for question is that she's definitely making a lot of money on her OnlyFans at the very least. Insanely popular, and I think they're getting to the bag on OnlyFans, to be honest. So if it's not 45 million, it's some millions at the very least. I would think. But anyway, that's all I had to say about that situation. When it comes to the almost a UMG, when it comes to the United Healthcare CEO, I think a lot of us already know about the situation. Obviously, the guy was assassinated. I think he basically pulled up to the guy, shot him, and got away on a e-bike. Obviously, he had kind of been scouting this guy for a little while to know exactly when he'd be leaving. And then the bullets that he shot him with, etched into the bullets themselves were I think words that typically go along with the policy of insurance companies. I can't remember the 3 words. They all start with D. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to pull it up really quick.
Deploy, deny, something else like that.
Hold on. Delay, deny, and depose. And I don't know what order that's in.
Delay, deny, and depose.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Crazy. Oh. I was just going to say crazy. And I wanted to get your thoughts on it. But then I think the reaction was the main thing. The reaction from so many different people, considering the very polarizing nature of, not even polarizing. I think a lot of people they're fed up with the way that the healthcare system is running in America. And so a lot of people were happy about the fact that this guy got shot and killed. Which I take a firm stance of being happy that a person died, but at the same token, I can't say that I'm surprised by the reaction, considering so many different horror stories by people dealing with, some of these insurance companies and dealing with the healthcare system just in general. People going bankrupt because of some of the medical bills that they've come home with. So I guess I just wanted to kind of get your reaction to it.
The list of suspects that it could be for this is like a mile long. Again, deny, deploy. What was the last one?
Delay, deny, depose.
Delay, deny. There you go. Yeah, I mean, it is the sole motivation of the American insurance industry to not pay out as many claims as possible. It is the function of insurance to operate that way. And so when you have a system like that rules over people's lives, their livelihoods, their health, it's not really that far out to think that they would cheer on someone's demise who has wantonly made profit off of their demise for so many years. It gets hard to feel bad for a person who does the type of things that these individuals do. Not to mention, this man was about to be called up on Capitol Hill for a money-making scheme through his own insurance provider, as it was. He was already cut a deal and was going to testify for whatever, scheme United Healthcare had going on. So was he a good person? Seems like no. Is it right to cheer on his death? No. Am I mad at people? No. I'm not at all.
That's pretty much what I'm going for. Yeah, I think it just met a weird crossroad of this eat the rich philosophy.
Yeah.
No. Okay. It just met this weird crossroads of this eat the rich philosophy and, obviously take down the 1%ers and stuff like that. And then on top of that, this person made their money in the healthcare system, which so many people see, like I said, different horror stories and things like that. The fact that he's making, I think his net worth was $43 million. And yet, there's people constantly going bankrupt due to healthcare debt for procedures that they have to get done. At the same time, like I said, I do follow the code of not laughing at somebody when they pass, obviously, but at the same time, I can understand what would drive a person to that level in this case. But nonetheless, I guess prayers to everybody involved in this case is my reaction specifically. Sure. Yeah. That's my dubs and L's. Shout out to Chi-Chi's. We're about to get Chi-Chi's back. Also,
what?
Chi-Chi's might be coming back.
Shut up. For real?
Chi-Chi's might be coming back, bro.
Like Chili's, like it doesn't exist anymore. All of these restaurants that didn't previously
Chili's still exists.
No, that wasn't the thing. Chili's doesn't actually exist. But
it's in Dublin.
If they bring back Chi-Chi's, then they might just put a Chili's right next to it, like it was always there.
No, bro. First of all, Chi-Chi's is coming back after 20 years after bankruptcy. It just popped up on my search thing. That's the only reason.
Shout out to Chi-Chi's. I don't know how well they're going to do in today's American meal market. Nobody really fucks with the Tex-Mex anymore. We got enough taco trucks around here, so
and we got a Chipotle
and Taco Bell. There's really no reason to go sit down and pay exorbitant prices to Chili, so they need to change the menu.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all. That's all my dubs and L's. On to you, brother.
All right. My first L is about to go to my damn neighbor who's had their car alarm going off for the last 10 minutes and won't come outside to turn it off.
I haven't heard it once.
Okay, well, that's good. I guess I'll just be annoyed by it and try to get through this. The shit is insane. Like, it seemed like they were coming outside at first to turn it off. Like, it stopped briefly, and then it just started up again. There's no way that they don't hear it either.
That's
crazy. Anywho, let's get on to the... Oh, son of a bitch. I think the battery's just not at this point. It stopped for a second.
That's crazy.
All right, here we go. So I'm gonna let's start with the dubs. I'm gonna give a dub out to Nike for the let me get the name right. I don't want to mess it up. They got a special release of some forces here coming out at a discounted price.
Shout out to sneakers.
Yeah, so these are the Nike Air Force 107 Dragon Reds. They are $62.97 plus shipping. So that's even cheaper than your standard pair of ones that'll cost you $99.
Yeah.
And if you know Nike like I do, they don't really give discounts for shit. So
no, you gotta find unfortunately deals like that where you can get them for coupon code through like Finish Line or some shit.
No, for sure. I actually didn't get to this in Behind the Cape, so I'll go ahead and mention it here. Marte asked us rebooting retired or dead film franchises. One of them was going to be Final Destination. I always had Final Destination at the top of my head, and it looks like they actually beat me to the punch. Final Destination 6 is in the works. It'll be revealed that the visionaries in the other films, so the people who could see what was getting ready to happen, were the film's children of relatives who survived in the fire in 1982. Kimberly will be the only survivor from the pileup. The film could take place between the third and fourth film. Trailer comes out this month.
Okay. I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it.
No, I can do it.
Did it say when the last one came out?
I have no clue. 2000. What was it? It was like Final Destination 3D or something like that. I'm gonna say maybe like 2012, 2011, maybe
2011. Yeah. Oh wait, is this the one where? No,
should be the one where they're at the NASCAR track. The NASCAR track. Like the cars blow up, and wheel come and smashes the girl face off. All that kind of shit.
I remember that. Okay. I don't think that's the one I'm thinking of though. But anyway, yep, go ahead.
I'm giving another dub out to Paul Walter. If that name sounds familiar, He's an actor. Most prominent role, I believe, would be in the role of Richard Jewell in that Clint Eastwood movie they made about the dude who made the bomb threats during the 2020 election. He actually gave one of the better quotes, I think, from not just a human being, but an actor in Hollywood, one that is not extremely vapid and egotistical. He gave his film out of 5 rating of 3.5 stars for Richard Jewell. Wasn't a great movie, kind of middle of the road. Wasn't terrible, but it was all right. Right? He's in the movie. Gives it a 3.5. That's an average score. That's an average score. Then he has to come back on Twitter and defend it. He's like, man, hold on. A 5 out of 5 is Shawshank Redemption. Are y'all trying to convince me that Richard Jewell was Shawshank Redemption? You're mad at me for my 3.5?
That's crazy.
And then he just says, I need to get off Twitter for a while. So they bullied
That's
him.
Crazy that somebody could be so honest.
They bullied him off of the app because of it, but I'll give him a dub for the honesty.
Yeah, no, he should allowed to be honest about his own work. What are we doing?
Average is not terrible. Average is what people mostly used to fall into before it became a bad thing.
Yeah.
Byron Allen getting a dub for me. Where you at, Byron? Where you at? Byron Allen sued McDonald's for a $10 billion lawsuit over not advertising with Black-owned media. There was an appellate court that decided to let that go to trial. So he has a $10 billion lawsuit versus McDonald's for not advertising with Black-owned media companies.
I'm confused. What? Really?
10 billion.
I feel like I remember. Oh shit, wrong one. I feel like I remember all the McDonald's commercials on like BET where they're singing R&B and.
Now I don't know how it's going to work out.
Black-owned media company.
Black-owned media company. BET is not black-owned.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. I didn't think about that.
Yep.
Huh. I hope he wins.
I hope he wins as well.
I hope he wins. That's interesting.
Byron Allen and RFK are going to single-handedly take out McDonald's. Watch.
That's crazy. But you're right. You're absolutely right. Actually, I don't know if RFK wants part of that. But if he's going to be in Trump's administration, Trump doesn't want that.
Trump loves McDonald's.
Loves it.
Just put him in McDonald's in the White House and we'll shut all the rest of them down.
There you go. Yeah, I think he'd go for that.
He'll love that. He'll love it.
I have the only McDonald's in the world.
Unlimited diet Cokes. I have unlimited diet.
Big Mac the size of your head.
That was Byron Allen. Oh, Stephen A. Smith is getting a dub from me. Apparently, him and ESPN are eyeing a $120 million deal. My boy has a rookie extension in the NBA contract coming from ESPN. So that's what's up. 120 M's is crazy.
Yes. Get your money, black man.
So I wonder what this does for the rest of the on-air talent. If you're paying Shannon, or excuse me, you're paying Steven 120, you paying Shannon and Pat McAfee north of 50. Okay, so McAfee show and First Take is fine. What about the rest of like your viewership? How are you going to balance the rest of these shows out? And I feel like they did that when they fired a lot of their on-screen talent, you know, when they were doing those layoffs, your Jalen Roses, your Doug Gottliebs, your, there were a bunch of people that got let go. But I felt like there were going to be obvious voids that opened up on a lot of these shows, which that was true. I don't know if paying Stephen A. more money helps you with that, but
yeah, no, that's
get your bread.
It's gonna be a tough task for sure. Chillmonger, what do you think the answer to this is? What do you think?
Okay. Oh, Kendrick getting a dub for me. Kendrick gets a dub from me because he has the #1 streamed album in what country, Josh? In what country?
Canada.
Yes, sir. #1 streamed album in Canada this
month. I was actually going to say the U.S., but then I'm like, no, he's saying
so much for Spotify pushing a song that nobody wants. Your hometown wants it. Your entire country wants it.
Chillmonger's a fan.
I don't know. Free Palestine.
I'm actually surprised that Kendrick was my #1 on my Apple Music replay
for 2024.
I think it was Future.
Let me see what my number was next. I actually didn't look at it yet.
I posted it. I can't remember what it is now. I posted it on like whenever it came out Monday. But I think it was Future. But that makes sense though. Future dropped 3 albums this year. And then Kendrick just dropped his album in November. So I mean, it's not that crazy.
Let's see what we got here. It's taking a long time to load up shit.
Yeah, and I gotta scroll through my Twitter and find it. It's somewhere. Also, I just got news. Chase Herbstreit, the son of former Ohio State quarterback Kirk Herbstreit, has committed to Michigan.
Is this a joke?
11 Warriors posted it.
Kirk Herbstreit's son, world-renowned Buckeye.
Oh, Hayes
former
Fawcett
Buckeye
has
quarterback.
Hayes Fawcett has
more Botox than your next closest plastic surgeon. His son committed to Michigan.
Yes.
I have one more dub to add to the list. Shout out to Chase Herbstreit. Shout out to Chase Herbstreit. Boy, what the
okay. So aside from the obviously legacy of a rival, you would be behind Bryce Underwood. You're not getting playing time.
Oh, he gonna play, bro. Don't worry about it. He's not Brady Hart. He ain't scared of no comp. He got the Herbstreit name, the Herbstreit pedigree.
I don't know what this does for you. I'm confused.
It is definitely a shot that we can throw at you. That's all. If Mike Hart's son committed to Michigan or committed to Ohio State, what would you say?
I would welcome him with open arms.
Son committed to Ohio State, what would you say?
Depending on how good he is, I would welcome him with open arms.
Well, I don't give a shit how good he is. He's Kirk Herbstreit's son.
Oh yeah, no. You're right because I already have Tavian St. Clair in this case. So
no, it's not about that. It's about sticking it to you, to y'all. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, you're right.
Chase Herbstreit. Oh my god. Only thing that we need to do now is, come on down to the sales and get, Ryan Day Jr. and we can make him a walk-on, preferred walk-on.
RJ Day. I don't think
we can't give you no scholarship now because your daddy's Ryan Day. But we'll definitely, we'll give you a preferred walk-on spot. You can be Davis Warren.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the Herbstreit household.
Blue Mania. That's what.
Gross. Did you see the college football playoff announcement?
I didn't.
Kirk himself was like, he was talking about the fact that, obviously we're going to get home field advantage against Tennessee. And he was like, well, I don't even know if that's going to be a good thing because the Ohio State fans are going to be out there booing Ryan Day if he makes a bad call or whatever. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
Keeping it real.
Fuck off.
Keeping it real, because if that game is tight through the first half, the Boo Birds are coming out.
Sure.
The Boo Birds are coming out.
Don't say that on the college football playoff announcement.
You're just keeping it real.
I don't know what's going on with that family right now, but whatever.
All right. Moving on from that, I got a toss up. I want to send out my thoughts and prayers to Woj, Adrian Wojnarowski, who just announced that he is going through a bout with prostate cancer.
Yeah.
And I believe that was revealed to be one of the reasons why he left ESPN. So, again, thoughts and prayers. Definitely, I'm praying for the best outcome for Woj.
Absolutely.
Definitely don't want to hear that, but seems like he's in good spirits right now. He gave some interviews with Up in Smoke and some other people this week. So he at least seems to be doing okay right now.
Yeah, no, definitely hoping for the best for him in this case. Yeah, for sure.
All right, on to my L's. First L I got is going out to Reverend Al Sharpton. Now, we talked a couple weeks ago about the Kamala campaign and the different celebrities that she paid for, right?
Yep.
Different celebrities that she gave millions of dollars to show up and to perform. We also got down to Roland Martin, who seemed like he tagged it as advertising dollars, but failed to reveal that while he was giving interviews to Kamala Harris, and that was very obviously shaping his opinions or how he was going about asking those questions. Maze, did you hear the Herb Street
Oh
news?
no! As soon as I was trying to be cool and say what up, but then
Baby Herb Street in Ann Arbor.
Oh my god! I hate this. You're sick. You're sick. Be sick. Where'd this energy come from? I hate it.
You all over him. So where was I with Al Sharpton? Oh yeah, Al Sharpton was actually on that list as well. Al Sharpton got paid $500,000 to do the interview with Kamala Harris. MSNBC was unaware of it. But do you want to know who is pushing for MSNBC to suspend Al Sharpton, Reverend Al Sharpton? And I'll give you a hint by saying his full name.
No, I don't know who.
The National Black Church Association.
Wow, I guess Al
National Black
Sharpton.
Church Association has sent word to the Democrat to MSNBC requesting that Al Sharpton be suspended because of the payment that he took from Kamala Harris. Citing that it was improper for him to take that money. Number one, very improper for him to not tell his audience that he's presenting this individual to, especially in the Black community, because there were inroads that needed to be made there because of her identity.
Right.
I think that they are well on the right track. When I saw the first video I saw on this, the reference kept being, the Black church, the Black church, the Black church. I'm like, what Black church? It can't be every Black church across America. No. It's the National Association of Black Churches. Okay. All right. Yep. That's 150,000 Black churches. All want Al Sharpton canned because he tried to feed them a steaming plate of Kamala.
You're being deceptive.
We're
paid.
We're paid. He's doing it honestly. It's another thing if it's payola.
That's fact.
That's
crazy.
Al Sharpton. Whoopi Goldberg getting an L from me. Whoopi Goldberg. So we all saw that, still sitting President Joe Biden pardoned his son, Hunter Biden, for his gun charges, for his corruption allegations with the Burisma thing, and also for his crack binging.
Yes.
So let's just put aside the obvious hypocrisy of Joe Biden writing a crime bill that put every level of involvement of the drug game, from dealers to users, behind bars for no other reason than white comfortability in America, and yet has a crackhead son in his 40s and has to pardon him. Let's put the obvious hypocrisy aside. It has been a thing. Biden has been getting pressure ever since this has been a thing to not pardon his son. He has said repeatedly over and over again that he wasn't going to pardon his son. Right? Now, let's just take a platform like, The View. Who do you think has the least amount of stones, the least amount of integrity to actually call the president out on something that he vehemently said he wasn't going to do and then did for purely biased reasons? Who do you think would stand up for Joe Biden in that case?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Motherfucking Goldberg. Miss, my family got they 40 acres and a mule, so I don't know what you talking about, Goldberg.
Yikes.
Miss, I am working class with my $10 million salary, Goldberg. Of course she finds it okay for the president of the United States to pardon his crackhead son. Oh, well, it was politically motivated. It was a witch hunt. Well, that's what it was when you were saying that you weren't going to pardon him in the first place. And then also, crack's still illegal. You also can't possess a gun the way that you were possessing it in D.C., Hunter Biden. Illegal. I would also like to know how you ended up on the board of an energy company without ever having an energy background ever.
Nepotism.
I would just like to know these things. None of that sounds political to me. None of it. I want to know how you got on the board of an energy company with $1 million salary and you don't have a background in energy.
My dad basically owns this country, so.
You know where Burisma's at? Where's Burisma at, Joe? Where's that? Ukraine.
No, I had no idea.
Ukraine. You think Biden has any vested interest in Ukraine?
Yes,
I mean, we're sending billions of dollars in weapons over there to fight Russia.
absolutely.
Right? Ballistic missiles included. So you think maybe there's a bit of a connection between Hunter Biden being on the board of an energy company to which he has no experience for in Ukraine, and then unlimited war funds for Ukraine just 4 years later?
1000%.
Anywho, Whoopi Goldberg.
Thanks.
Next L I got is going out to Jaleel White. So
Not Jaleel.
No. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I felt like he was belly aching, trying to find his way back into the zeitgeist because, what people had to say about him in the last family members reunion wasn't so positive. It seemed like he was trying to do some career rehabilitation. That's 1000% what's going on now.
Right. Oh.
So now he does yet another interview, right? Another one where he's talking about, I got mad because people always ask why I watch Seinfeld and Friends. Ma'am, this is just a like reputation reboot for you. Who gives a flying fuck? Who cares? Who cares?
Literally don't care.
You was a lame black dude playing a lame black dude. You couldn't escape it. I know that's tough. You're a millionaire. You're good. And you were apparently a terror to the people around you while you were going through it. So I save me on the misunderstood shit. Save me with that. You were a misunderstood millionaire. Okay? Not actually bad behavior because you were young and rich.
You were a terror after having the show handed to you because it wasn't about you originally.
It wasn't even about you. So you got an amazing opportunity. Your hair got big. You rubbed other cast members the wrong way. That probably translated into your real life as well because you can only act so much. And now you out on all these podcasts complaining about how people treated you. I find it hard to believe that they set the standard for how you were treated, being that you were the celebrity.
Unless you did them dirty.
That's my way of thinking.
Consistently.
Amazon getting an L for me. Amazon is in some legal trouble in was it DC? Let me see.
Can't be giving L's to Amazon, bro. I get all my stuff from Amazon. What's up with
Amazon itself is an L.
I get all my stuff from Amazon, bro. Chill out.
Well, get in your car and go shop.
No. I have Prime. It shows up the next day.
Yeah, it was in DC. DC has sued the District of Columbia has sued Amazon, claiming it secretly stopped providing fast deliveries to residents in 2 predominantly black neighborhoods while still charging for Prime.
Fuck Amazon. Yeah, no, if Amazon ever did some shit like that to me, I'd be pissed. And since I'm black and they are black, yeah, no, fuck that.
Like, at least give me the discount. If you in like a surge time, you can't get them there quick, cool. Give me my discount on my shipping.
Facts. Or cut my subscription. You're not willing to drive here anymore on time.
I was about to say, I think they're delivering them. It's just very delayed, very much so delayed. And they're getting charged for Prime delivery. So,
fuck that. Fuck that.
So, yeah, that's crooked ass Amazon. Last L I got is going out to Ja Morant.
Giving Ja Morant an L, bro.
The worst quote a child who grew up in a 2-family household could ever give. Now,
I'm afraid.
we were just talking about Hersey Miller, right? And just wanting to be gangster so bad.
Yeah.
This is 10 times worse. This is an actual quote to Drew Hill from Ja Morant. Ja Morant says, Derrick Rose taught him how to be a man.
Huh? Ja, your father is still on the sidelines of your game.
T. Morant married your mom. He had your siblings by the same woman. Y'all have a middle upper class suburban home with a basketball court in the backyard. Your daddy is willing to squabble with other NBA players when they talk shit to you on the court. You have a dad, like a 90s sitcom white dad. He don't look that way, but the actions are absolutely that.
Who
White
supported
picket
you the
fence,
entire way through.
great education. Fam, Derrick Rose taught you how to be a man? I would be disgusted with you. You can't come home for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Go stay with Derrick Rose, nigga. Go stay with Derrick Rose. Don't come back in here. Don't come to T's house. You can't come to T Moran house. I didn't teach you nothing, apparently. Apparently, I put you out in the world, right? With nothing, with no tools, without good leadership. I guess I'm Drake. How do you fix your mouth to look at a man who put you in the NBA? Put you through AAU, put you through all the basketball camps so you can get recruited, paid all that money for that training and your shoes and your equipment. And Derrick Rose taught you how to be a man?
Oh,
niggas want to be gangster so fucking bad. I have to find a tattooed from neck to wrist individual to be my new dad. Even though I had one. I grew up in a 2-parent household, but I need a new gangster NBA daddy.
I can't imagine somebody with their father there the entire way saying something like this about their father.
Literally, this is all this man want to do.
Shout out to my pops.
He want to do hood rat things with his friends. He want to smoke with cigarettes. That's all he want to do. He wants to do bad shit. He wants to be on the internet toting guns with niggas who have no business being around him still. He wants Derrick Rose to be his papa.
Well, then call Derrick Rose your OG, not your father.
You can't come home.
Whatever he said.
You can't come home. We will FaceTime you on Christmas. Don't you walk back around here. Don't you come back in here. No.
I don't know what context he said this in, but I can guarantee you there was a better way to say whatever he was trying to say.
There's no context for another grown man, one of my peers at this point, being my dad.
My point exactly.
There's no context for he showed me how to be a man. You were supposed to be a man coming into the league.
Whatever you were trying to say would have been said better some other way.
2 years at Murray State. You 22 years old. What are you saying, family? What are you talking about? Ultimate disrespect to your father.
That's a diss. That's definitely a diss.
That is a diss. That's definitely a diss.
Absolutely.
That's it for my list though.
Bet. Okay. I don't call Jeff Bezos this, by the way. Let me find out Amazon ain't trying to go to Anacostia. Like, if they're not trying to show up on time to my spot and I'm paying extra, nah, fuck that.
If you ain't come in for no chili, then what you come for?
Yikes. But this doesn't happen if black representation was on Hollywood's agenda in his lifetime.
Sure, that's exactly what it is.
His father is right there in his house.
No, I was about to say, John Morant has nothing. He ain't got no problem with being. He grew up in a suburban lifestyle, y'all. He just got money all of a sudden, so his money can afford him the gangsterism. I can buy guns. I can buy all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I can buy my persona now. But maybe an affinity for rap culture is the problem.
Yeah, it's the rap music. It's the rap music. It's the rap music, and y'all be on that phone. That's what it is. Chillmonger wanted to discuss this Joe Biden Congo situation. If you had time, if not, because you're sick, I understand. Yeah, there's some issue with Joe Biden in the Congo, and he sent me a DM with somebody kind of explaining it. So
let's see it.
All right, hold on. Here is the Instagram post today. All right, here we go. I'm gonna copy this over to the screen. No, what the fuck is happening? Hold that thought. Give me 1 second. I gotta copy this link.
It's not enough. You solid nigga left, but it's not enough. You niggas gotta really step, but it's not enough. Stay alone in myself, but it's not enough.
All right, here we go.
I get on their ass. Somebody gotta do it.
You funded railway project.
Why can't I redo it? Okay, whatever. Apparently, I don't know how to work a computer.
This is a big deal. A $10 billion US funded EU-funded railway project that connects the copper mines of the Congo to the international markets through the port of Lobito on Angola's Atlantic coast. That is the reason why President Joe Biden, just weeks away from stepping down from the presidency, is right now in Angola to secure this deal. This railway project is no different from the exploitation of the Congo by King Leopold back in the 19th century for Congo's rubber and ivory. This is the West maximizing its profits at the expense of African lives and at the expense of African soil. In a vile and shameless scramble for African resources, the EU and the US have teamed up to counter China's influence over Congolese mineral resources, and we must speak up about this. This project seeks to get these mineral resources out of the ground as quickly as possible for as cheap as possible. This railway project will exacerbate the already slave conditions in these mines, the environmental disaster that exists right now in Congo. This railway project is not going to be of any service to the local communities here. It will only be in service to the expansion of empire and neocolonialism. I urge us all to speak out against this Lobito Corridor project. It is taxpayer funded, and as people who want to see freedom and liberation for Congo, freedom and liberation for the African continent, this should be all of our business. We, as the Future of Congo, are also raising funds to support the communities in this region who will be directly impacted by these sort of punitive policies on African people and on African soil. Thank you so much, and as always, free Congo.
Okay. I mean, so the US and the EU being colonizers, trying to strip resources from the Congo for their railway.
So the first thing I asked when I seen that Joe Biden was the one trying to get the deal done is that if there was going to be any type of improvement of the working conditions. Because how could you sit up there and shake hands to create a deal to send more children to go die in these mines?
Yeah.
You do a handshake deal to send more elders to go die in these mines. Like, so now since it's U.S. funded, are there going to be any type of labor restrictions or any type of minimum safety conditions? Like, I can't imagine this is going to be something that reflects very well on Biden if it continues on the current track that, you know, the rest of the tech industry has on places like the Congo and other mineral rich countries in Africa. But at the same time, he's on his way out. He might not give a shit. So this is a guy who locked up an entire generation of black people in his own country. So I really don't think he gives a damn about what happens to the people in Congo. I don't really know how to fight it, but it doesn't really seem very scrupulous.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, it sounds a lot like the US and the EU being the EU and US. So absolutely unfortunate. Obviously I think speaking out about it helps because it builds awareness so that more people are aware of what's going on. But yeah, a tough task to ask of actually stopping it, especially when it's not like I told Joe Biden to go over there and it's kind of like he's doing this.
Joe Biden don't do shit we vote for anyways. He ain't doing nothing that we want anyways. So ain't like he's listening to us. At the same time, like you said, it is enough to, I guess, to call it out and for the colonial project that it actually is.
Yeah, no, definitely a travesty, and I hope things start to go a lot better with that situation.
Free to Congo.
Yep. Don't forget King Leopold II killed more Congolese than Hitler killed.
Hitler killed Jews. Yep, absolutely.
Facts. All right. Any other things that we got to go over behind the cave, W's and L's, anything like that at all?
That's it for me.
I know you want to get better.
Thank you all for hanging in there with me on this very cough and sneeze filled Sunday. Tell us what you thought about our dubs and L's. Put your dubs and L's in the comment prompt below. Like, share, subscribe. As always, we'll be here on Sunday afternoons doing these around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Come back, like, share, subscribe some more.
Absolutely. Make sure you check out our W's and L's in the playlist. See what we talked about in previous weeks. And then obviously Wednesday at 10 o'clock is when W's and L's comes out. So make sure you check it out. On that note, peace. Chat, it's been real. Enjoyed this. Marcus, go ahead and get some rest, dog. You need to go to sleep. You just need to sleep it off. Sleep it off, cough syrup, chicken noodle soup. So go do that now.
Trying.
All right, y'all. Peace.